Hello, this is new video on from the Revive and Prosper on the belt and energies. So on the beginning, when I did build the belts in the game, I always think that it's kind of weird that the belt move themselves automatically. So I just created a system of energy and the distribution of the energy. In the Revive and Prosper, we are going to have like at least 3 types of energy: torque, steam, and electricity. So we're starting with the torque, of course, and the torque at this moment is created by the windmill. So if I take this simple scene and I will place the windmill here, you can see the windmill is created. I can see here that it generates 100 torques. The 4 is consumption, and it is connected through this network here to that belt, and that belt starts to move. So we can click on any element, we can see the very similar identification, and we can click on this button and it will tell us that this is the power line ID. This is more for debug. The length is stand, so that's the length of those connection items, and that there are 4 belts. It's correct. 1 factory, and the power in is 100 and power consumption is 4, so we can see each belt is consuming 1. There is also this very nice debug showing us that whole line, how is it connected through the network. So we can see here another network of belts. They are connected. Okay, so we see they have again the torque based. They have 142 consumption and the power line input is 0. We click that, we see that now in black, and there is no source. So what we can do is that we can connect here the line. Okay, and here we are. So multiple things we see here. We can connect the energy is distributed through the belt itself, which I think it's a very nice feature. I like it, so we don't need to have here all the time the line that distributes the power. Number 2, we see that now the line distribute is producing only 100 and consuming 146. So the belts are slower. I don't know if you see that, but the belts moving slower. If I would disconnect this network, they are going back faster. So what I can do, and this is again in editor, in the game itself you will need to build that power windmill. So if I connect the windmill, I see 200, 146, and everything moves as it should. If I will overload the network more than 2 times, then what is the power source? It will stop to move. So there are like 3 states: less on equal to how much power we're producing versus how much power we're consuming, and that's everything work on optimal. More than what we produce, but less than 2 times, and things get slowly moving slower. And then when it's more than 2 times power that we produce is consumed, then everything stops. I think it's a quite fair system, and it makes sense to me. Right now we have only the windmills. If we click the debug this time, we can see that this whole line became that one, and it's connected, which I think is just fucking beautiful. And now we can do this, and we can connect this network through this, and again it get connected inside the system, and then this windmill connected inside. So we see 300 out of 174. It just works. It just works. I'm really excited. This is like super cool. It took me all the Christmas time to develop that, but it's when it started to work, it was like really magic. I'm super excited. You can see even here the motion on this line. It's not very visible from the distance. Of course, this will need to be supported by some kind of structure. This is just for the development only, so we can have it flying in the air, so it would be very clear what is it doing. Okay, I think this is all for the video. Thank you. I'm super excited, and we are moving very fast on the Revive and Prosper.